Hello world, it's me Alvin, and today we have Suzuki Splash, or also known as Opel Agila or Maruti ritz for you living in Indian subcontinent, with driver side power window sticking and won't return to neutral positions. It means when it being pulled up, it stays up. When it being pushed down, it stays down. Looks like we have poorly looped switch, unseated spring, or there's something snap. A lot of things can happen on a 2013 car. But on the other hand, the switch still functions as intended. It just loses its springiness so it won't return to its normal positions. So let's hope it still can be salvaged. Now first we have to remove the door trim, and there are two screws holding it to the metal frame behind it. And yeah, they are all Phillips screw. And then we pull this wing mirror cover, which by the way only held by plastic clips, so a strong and brief pull will release it from the door frame. And now what's holding the door trims are just these two plastic fastener and bunch of clips, so you will need a lot of yanking. Here and here and here and here and done. Now that the door trim has been yanked out of the door itself, we have to disconnect the power window cable and electric mirror cable. Let's just rotate it 180 degrees so we have clear access to those two connectors. While both sockets has been disconnected, it's a good chance to check for any corrosion that might appear or just looking for a sign of burn pin and cable. And looks like both connector is clean and shiny as new. To get to the power window switch, we have to remove the door handle from the door trim by unscrewing these four Phillips screw. And yeah, at that point I just realized that the door handle and the door trims are a separate piece, and we have to disassemble the door handle before getting into the power window switch. It is quite a sensible design since some version of this car came with hand crank rear window. And then the switch assy itself is secured by four plastic tabs, two on the left and two on the right. Let's pry it open using a very sharp flathead screwdriver, and then the whole thing will come loose like this. It looks rather wet and oily since I sprayed good amount of lubricant in it, thinking it was just a seized switch. But no, it turns out I was wrong. The switch is working fine like the rest of the switch unit, I think it snapped something inside. Let's go check it. Now let's remove the switch lever by prying it using a flathead. Right on the hinge point, starting from the outermost hinge, then move on to the inner side hinge. It's quite difficult to film, but you'll get the idea. And just like that, the switch will just pop out of its hinge, and we could just pull it straight up like this. And we can see LED backlight, actual triple through switch, and the plastic indentation in which the lever rides on to give you a tactile feeling and to push the lever back into neutral position. And hey, look what I found. It's actually the tiny teeny plastic rod that rides on the plastic indentation actually splits into two. Maybe after years of abuse, because the inner mechanism itself is well greased. Maybe it's just a fatigue that caused it to snap. And for the replacement, I'll be using candle holder from my daughter's birthday cake since the pointy end of it has nearly identical thickness and length compared to the original plastic bit. Let's snap it using pliers, and that's what we are getting. Quite close but not close enough. Let's just trim it down to size. You can use sandpaper or anything abrasive, for example in here a sharpening stone will do the job just fine. Just remember not to use a cutter or knife since we're only making a very minute adjustment to it, because we already have a good starting point in terms of dimensional similarities. And to finish it off, we can always sand off excess plastic to make the contact point more round, to make it ride more nicely and smoothly over the plastic indentation. Before reassembling the switch, we have to recenter the white tabs that I'm pointing with my screwdriver. That is the actual switch. It's a triple throw switch which will control the up and down movement of the window. Secondly, we make sure the plastic rod can slide in and out freely and put some lubrication if necessary. When reinstalling the lever, make sure to position it in flat neutral position so the notch will align with plastic tab of the switch. And now let's rock it back and forth, and yeah, I can tell it's really as good as new.